I love movies. It's my favorite art form. It's a way for somebody to get a beautiful emotional message across, say something they've been wanting to say in an artistic, entertaining, and powerful way. This can be done in a multitude of different ways, whether it's a scripted drama or a documentary or yes, an animated movie. Yes, there are a lot of bad animated movies out there that are just made for some money, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or Ice Age, clearly not trying to say anything important. I would never call those art. But you know what I can give those movies in a way? They're at least trying to hide it a little bit, but there's also a studio out there that doesn't try to hide it, like at all. In fact, they're not really in it to even make a piece of art or a film. They're in it to make money, and that is all they care about. And yes, we're talking about Illumination Entertainment.
Illumination.
Founded by Chris Meledandri in 2007, Illumination has gone on to be one of the most successful, but also one of the most controversial movie studios out there. Producing films such as Despicable Me, Secret Life of Pets, and some Dr. Seuss-based content, not only do many believe that they don't produce good product, their methods are also extremely flawed. Why is this? Well, the entire purpose of Illumination Animation in the eyes of Meledandri was to save money and make money. This is not some rumor, this is from Meledandri himself. Illumination adheres to a low-cost model where they make movies at a very low budget. The first Despicable Me only cost $69 million to make. That has to be a joke. But their second film, being their only live-action movie, Hop, costing $63 million. Yes, both of those are very low budgets. But you might be asking, well, Ricardo, why is this so bad? Is having a giant budget necessary to make a good animated movie? No. But in the eyes of Illumination, that's not what they're trying to do. They're not trying to tell a good story, they're just trying to save money. In fact, they have a specific animation style to make sure that it's as cheap as possible to produce. So not only are the movies not good, but they also don't look that great either in comparison to a Disney or a DreamWorks. Now I know I'm coming out of the gates very hot right now, but surely there's something Illumination that they've produced that I've enjoyed, right? No, I have not liked a single Illumination film. I don't even like the first Despicable Me, which some people say is good. I can see where they're coming from, and it is definitely the best thing they've made, but I still don't like it. Every Despicable Me, every Minion, every Life of Pets, every Dr. Seuss thing, which we'll talk about that, has been awful. I want you guys to pay attention to the name, Illumination Entertainment. They are not just trying to make movies. They're just not trying to make good movies. They're trying to sell you a product. They are an entertainment company. They aren't just a movie studio. Why are the movies so cheap and why are they so bad? Because that is not their main priority. Their main priority is getting you in the seats for those movies and selling you merchandise. If there is anything positive I could say about Illumination is that they are very good at marketing. When one of their movies is about to release, try going out into public and not spot promotion for their upcoming movie. Whether that's merchandise, fast food tie-ins, advertisements, billboards, it's everywhere. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't work on me. Because yes, in the Christmas of 2018, I was suckered into going to see the new Grinch movie that they had coming out. Not only did some great memes spawn from this thing, but they got Tyler the Creator to make original music for it, and I'm a huge Tyler fan. Not just that, but I heard Boogie by Brockhampton was in the movie itself, so I was kind of suckered into seeing it only because of the music. Did I end up liking the movie? No, I knew it was going to be bad, but it was a way for me and some friends to kill hours before dinner. Their methods work, and I can't blame them for that, but it has completely misguided the studio into doing whatever they want because they know they will make money, because they have their advertising on their side. In my opinion, Illumination Entertainment is everything wrong with, well, entertainment. Like I said, that first Despicable Me movie, in my opinion, isn't that good, and I'm not willing to call it a good movie, but I will say it is the best thing they've made, and I could at least sit through it if it was put on against my will. I don't think I would kill myself. I think I could manage it. I think. But literally right when this movie released, Illumination saw exactly what they needed to do to continue this hot streak. Even though they already had their next film Hop in the works, which I'll talk about that during Easter because I have a whole video planned on that movie. Sorry, I was using the wrong footage. Their next movie was The Lorax, based off of the famous Dr. Seuss book. It's actually one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books. I'm a big Dr. Seuss fan. And if you were to ask me to give you an Illumination movie that would sum up the entire production company, I would give you this movie, not even a Despicable Me. This perfectly sums up everything that this company is about. Corporate greed and the want for money and to sell consumer products clouded their judgment so much that this is one of the most tone-deaf movies I've ever seen. Trying to deliver the message of the Lorax in an updated, more modern-esque way, if you will, but completely falling flat on their face when you see everything that surrounded this movie. Not only was this movie made by an incredibly large production company which is owned by an incredibly large business, but this movie had multiple tie-ins with very large companies, car companies, which you know hurts our environment. They merchandise the hell out of this movie, which yes, uses a ton of plastic. This movie is a walking contradiction, and even that message that they try to send isn't even told in a subtle or interesting way. And that's something you're gonna have to get used to hearing for a very long time whenever I talk about one of their movies. And I think that The Lorax was kind of the perfect segue into their next film, which was a sequel, Despicable Me 2. Even though The Lorax is terrible, and I don't think too many people like that, I think this is really where Illumination's cracks in the armor started to show. There really was no purpose for this movie to exist outside of money. The first one was a giant success. Minions were incredibly popular, so of course there was going to be a sequel, but there really shouldn't have been, because there is like no plot in this thing. It's just a collection of scenes for like 90 minutes. There is no development in the story or the characters. Gru doesn't grow at all. The Goyles don't grow at all. The only difference in this one is that there's like 10 times more minions. People like minions in the first movie, so let's put in more minions in this one, and then there's that purple minion so we can sell more toys. And you know what? Why did we even do this? Because our very next movie is called Minions. Minions is the epitome of what makes Illumination terrible. I remember going to see this movie in the theaters when I was a kid with my family. They got us. There was nothing I could do. There was like a 1-year gap between Despicable Me 2 and Minions, so I actually had like a little bit of faith in it because I was like, you know what, they took some extra time on this, maybe it'll be good. No! In fact, maybe, just maybe, somehow, this might be their worst movie. For 90 minutes straight, I just watched nonsense. I watched nothing. I just watched a commercial for you to go to Target and buy a bunch of Minions plushies. This doesn't even feel like a movie. I genuinely don't understand the purpose for this thing outside of just selling more merchandise. And that is 100% the only reason this exists. There is no attempt to tell a good story here. There's no attempt to touch you. Not like that. It's just a commercial. That's all it is. That's all this company is. In 2015, young little middle school Ricardo needed to cleanse his palate. He consumed too much Minions, too much Illumination product. And when I heard that their next movie wouldn't be related to Minions in every way, I was actually a little bit excited. Maybe they would try something new. Maybe they'd go in a different direction. The Secret Life of Pets kinda did that, but it kinda didn't. I don't hate this movie, but I don't love it either. In fact, I don't think it's very good at all. The comparisons to Toy Story with this movie have been made countless times already, and I'm not going to be doing that, not because it's not true. This is 100% a Toy Story ripoff, but it's because I feel icky saying that because Toy Story is like good. Is it as shameless as the Minions / Despicable Me franchise? No. But this is 100% made to sell you toys. One of the reasons I don't feel like this movie works is because there are so many pets in it. Yes, you have your core pets like Max, which, that didn't age well. But it stems away from them so much that I'm not able to get invested in them as characters, because they're introducing so many pets as the movie goes on. This is trying to sell you as many toys and plushies as possible. This is why the movie doesn't work, as this is once again just trying to sell you things. That's what's going on in their head while making these movies. Not about how to tell the best story, but using that story as a crutch to sell you. You know what, I'm tired of being nice to this movie. This movie sucks. He's in it. I hate this company. What's next? I didn't go see Sing when it first came out because I was so hurt by The Secret Life of Pets. That movie really affected me. So I skipped Sing. I took a little bit of a break from them because I knew it would be bad. And yes, Sing's bad, but let me tell you why I eventually went back to watch Sing. After seeing The Grinch, I was like, damn, Illumination kinda knows how to handle their music. Even the score of The Secret Life of Pets, kinda good. And you know what, Chris Melodundry, I would 100% pass you the aux. I'll give you that. So hearing that Sing was gonna use a bunch of licensed music, I was like, sign me up, buddy. So when I sat down to watch Sing, I went from this to this because they couldn't get it right. This just uses all the generic licensed songs from every movie. Oh wow, Under Pressure by Queen, never heard that before. Oh, Taylor Swift's worst song, cool. It's just trying to win you over with the music because there's going to be fans of these artists watching this movie, and simply hearing your favorite artist's songs used in something fills you with a certain kind of feeling. That's the only reason I went to go see The Grinch. I was a big 21 Pilots fan in middle school, and when that new Power Rangers movie and the 21 Pilots song came out of nowhere, I was flipping out of my chair with the other two people in the theater. I want to call Sing smart, but I see right through it and I shouldn't. So I'm not going to call them smart because I see right through what they were trying to do with Sing. Instead of actually telling a well-told story with engaging characters, they use popular pop songs and well-written songs by artists who are trying to make, well, art to gain some kind of emotion out of the audience. Using music in movies is a great form of emotional manipulation. That sounds way worse than I mean it to sound, but I hope you know where I'm getting at. Instead of actually writing something, you use somebody else's work to pull something out of you. You could put Come to Life by Kanye West over something and I'll be bawling my eyes out. You could probably be playing this video with that song on in the background and I'll probably still cry. This just doesn't work. I see right through what they're trying to do. It's so lazy and pointless and talentless. There's nothing unique about Sing, which is really ironic because this movie is about making it in the business and being talented and creative. But this movie is anything but that. In fact, this might be the most boring, bland thing they've ever made. At least Minions makes me want to feel death. This makes me feel nothing. But if I could give them one thing around this time, is that they weren't really trying to lean on Minions that much. I'm really glad that they were giving the franchise a little break after pumping out so much Minion stuff back to— Alright, never mind. You want me to sound crazy again? You want me to sound really stupid? Alright, here we go. What if I told you I was actually kind of looking forward to Despicable Me 3 when it was coming out? I know, man, they keep getting me! Not because I was looking forward to seeing Minions or Gru and his daughters. No, I don't care about that. Only because Trey Parker was in it. Yes, Trey Parker from South Park fame. What the heck was he doing in this movie? I mean, he makes like good stuff. He's a very talented, creative, and respectful person. What is he doing on Despicable Me 3? And of course, me being an idiot around this time, I thought, well, the movie has to be good. It has to have a really great script for him to sign on. No. The only good thing to come out of Despicable Me 3 is Trey Parker admitting that he only made this movie to make his daughter happy.
How much fun is it to join the franchise of Despicable Me?
It's fun. I'm not joining the franchise. It's not my way, but
Now you're here, you're at the premiere, your daughter's here. Is that the most exciting part, or is there something else you're really excited to share with audiences?
no, I'm just doing it all through her. I'm just watching her. It's fun. I didn't have to do much, you know, and I didn't really want to do a character just because Illumination stuff is so it's so visual and everything that I thought I didn't want to get too charactery with it. So it's really just kind of my voice, but so I didn't have to try too hard.
You're a great dad, Trey, but goddamn, this movie sucks. I really don't know what to say about this one. It's kind of like the last, but instead of a love interest, he has a twin brother that we didn't know about. Also, yeah, Trey Parker's character is like just a generic villain like the one in the past movie, and the one before that, and the one in there. This movie, in my opinion, is the definition of milking a franchise dry when there's nothing to be milked. This is a very small, limited franchise that they're trying to turn into a franchise, but it isn't built to be one. The first one kind of ended things. There's not much you can go from there, but they did. So in these sequels, nothing's really able to progress because they were kind of ended off quote-unquote perfectly in the first movie. It's a no-brainer why they did this. The movies made money, so of course they're going to make more so they can make more money. Animated movie sequels usually have a purpose. They try to challenge our characters, sometimes. Since they like to rip them off, I don't know why they didn't just look at Toy Story, a series that challenges our main characters. This doesn't challenge anybody. This doesn't challenge the characters in the movie. It doesn't challenge the audience. It's just mindless junk. There's not really much I can say about this movie beyond that. It is simply mindless junk, and I'm ashamed that Trey Parker stepped anywhere near this. Well, here we go, guys. It's my favorite Illumination movie. The Grinch is amazing. I love it for all the wrong reasons. I don't like this movie. I think it has a lot of the same problems as the Lorax, just not as bad because it's not a walking contradiction. It's wrong for different reasons, such as not really understanding the character, the Grinch. I don't really like his design all that much. I don't like the movie, but I like everything surrounding it. I like the songs by Tyler, the Creator. I like the beat with Super Smash Brothers. I like this billboard. I like I'm going to drown you to death in my green cum. That's so cool. This was Illumination working at its best when it came to its marketing and advertisements and promotions. I like that aspect of it. I like its marketing. It did a really good job. It got me in the seats, and I gotta respect it because it worked on me. Was I just messing around with my friends in the theaters the entire time? Oh, absolutely. I wasn't paying attention, but did I really need to? Alright, let me actually talk about the movie. I didn't really talk about this much of the Lorax, so I'm gonna talk about it here. here. The main issue that comes with these Dr. Seuss Illumination movies, and that kind of come with every single movie based on Dr. Seuss, which I'm sure I'll talk about at some point, is that it doesn't work. You can't stretch books that are only a couple pages long into 90-minute theatrical releases. It doesn't really try to do anything exciting or add anything exciting to extend that runtime. It just adds a bunch of junk, which makes it boring. This movie is really boring, and every Illumination movie is very boring. And unfortunately, one of my favorite Dr. Seuss properties, one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books, one of my favorite Christmas movies actually, just made me feel nothing but boredom. And at this point, it's kind of where I just tapped out with Illumination. I was kind of done giving them chances, even though I kept doing that. Yeah, I saw their next two movies. Secret Life of Pets 2 and Sing 2 are once again not good. I don't think Secret Life of Pets 2 is that bad. In fact, in some ways it's better than the original. No, it's not because it doesn't have Louis C.K. But actually, Sing 2 is one of the worst things they've made. Remember when I said that they use a lot of pop songs? Well, they take that to another level this time around. And yes, that's all I'm gonna say on those two. I don't want to waste more of my energy because there's literally nothing I can really say about them. They're that not important. Illumination Entertainment is the definition of capitalist, soulless entertainment garbage. Movies made on the cheap to make as much money and sell as much merchandise and product as possible. They're not trying to tell a good story, a cohesive story, trying to further the genre of animated movies. They are only trying to make money, and they care about nothing else. And they will make that money by any means possible, whether that's defying the grave and the properties of the most influential and successful children's writer of all time, stretching movie franchises out longer than they deserve to be, or actively contradicting their work just to make money. They don't care. In my opinion, unless there's a major change in terms of philosophy and leadership over at Illumination, I don't see any change. Out of the major animated studios out there, they are the one studio I can confidently say has not made a great film. They have produced some iconic, very popular movies, you can't deny that, but the entire reason and purpose that Illumination exists is the reason why they will never be one of the animation greats. Clearly, their business practices work because their movies make a lot of money, and they've even tricked me a lot more times than I'd like to admit. They are good at what they do. They're just not good at making movies, which is exactly why I will be seeing Minions Rise of Gru in theaters this July. Stay tuned, guys, for my review coming out the day after. I really wish I was joking. I actually am going to be going to see this movie because it's kind of my job now. They keep doing it. They keep pulling me back in. I can't escape. Sorry, no banger music this time around. Every once in a while, I want to do these little talking segments in these quick 20 seconds, but it's come to my attention that only 1.7% of you guys are subscribed to the channel. I know this channel is very young, only a couple months old, but I know we can build something truly special here, talking about our favorite movies and TV shows and some of our least favorites as well. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe, hit that bell. We're going to be producing content like this every week from now on, so see you guys next weekend.